Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So on today's video, I'm revisiting uh, kind of the background that I started in another layout video. Um, but to start, I'm going to do some heat embossing. So I did a cut file that I got off of the Silhouette store. I think it was either the Silhouette store or it was a free cut file on Facebook. And it said, it has the mermaid fin, some little splash lines, and then it says mermaid off duty. And so I knew I wanted to use it, but instead of using the full mermaid off duty, I'm going to use some thickers for the mermaid, and then I'm heat embossing the off duty. So that way it matches the fin for the mermaid. So you can see here, I'm kind of going through, I was trying to use some repositional tape. So it's tacky, but it's not permanent. And it was not wanting to hold the pieces in place so that way I could melt it, because there was no place to really hold your hand. You hold it with your hand or with your tweezers. So I wind up having to take it off of here. Yeah, I think I wind up trying it again and they keep falling off. So I'm like, forget it. So I grab my ATG tape and I'm trying to like unstick it with my hand, try to get some of the stickiness to die down, and then I'm like, okay, this is gonna stick, so let's hit this up. So after I got those on and I used the Versamark again, I was able to heat it up, and then this time I got nice even coverage, and I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to use the same strip and do the word duty. All right. And on this one, because I was able to use a stronger, adhesive, it actually was a lot easier to uh, cover and be done with it. Now for the little wave pieces, you can kind of see on the angle there, I do heat them up. I'm using a navy embossing powder. Yeah, I think it's called Steel Navy. And I did it twice so that way it would be a nice deep blue color. And it has a little bit of a shine. And I just think that worked instead of just doing it in like straight black or something like that. So you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and start laying down, which normally I don't do, but on this one, I was pretty sure that once I laid this down, this was the way it was going to go for me. And I was fixing some pieces underneath these because I was trying to figure out which way I wanted the wave to go, and I couldn't remember how it was on the cut file. At this point, I didn't have it on my screen, so once I kind of got it where I wanted, I was like, you know what, let me just do that. Kind of lay it out, make sure I got everything kind of where I want it to be. And I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down these strips. And then while we wait for those to kind of dry, I will bring out my thickers, the ruler I got from We Are Memory Keepers, to help lay down your thickers to keep them nice and even. And if you put it on a curve, everything flows very nicely. So I just put an acrylic block over top of the little waves so that way they lay down. And now I'm going to figure out with the waves where I wanted to put the mermaid, and I just wanted to make sure that my picture was still going to fit where I had it. And then we're going to start lining up the off-duty. All right, so we're going to put down the off-duty, and I just moved the O just a little bit, and I wanted to make sure that it was kind of going in the same flow as the mermaid, and I'm happy with it. I'm not going to overstress it. Now at this point, okay, so I was trying to think that I wanted to go underneath. I knew I was putting some foam on the back, and I went ahead and laid down the photo. And then I started pulling out my sticker books. I was looking for, different things that I could put down. I think one sticker was like fun or relax. You're going to see, I'm just going to let it kind of go. And um, I'm going to start by laying down some of these rose gold stickers and then go from there. So I'm going to let some music play while we just decorate, and then I'll be back at the end. Now, actually, here I'm going to come back in because I did decide to start adding some of the rub-on stickers. And as I was adding stuff, the butterflies, and I was putting foam tape behind some of the pieces to give it different layers and having, different heights on some of the stuff. Um, and at one point, I did think to myself, did I go too far? But I don't think so. I like it. I like how it turned out. So I'm bringing out my splatter cubby. I'm going to cover up my photo, and I'm taking my distress stains, my sprays in the black soot and the white picket fence is what it's called. And I'm just hitting that, just trying to have nice even splatters all around. And then when I get done with the white, I do think to myself, I wish I had just a little bit more of that gold maybe in the splatter. So I grab my Prima Metallics, and there's sort of like an orangey gold that kind of looks like the rose gold I used on the mermaid, on the fin and the off-duty. So we're going to go ahead and do a few spatters using that. And then I'm going to move the photo, the paper protecting the photo. And here's the final project. There's something about the splatters. For me, it feels like it completes the project once I do it. It's like I know I'm done, I'm at the end. Um, but this was fun. It was a little bit of a mixed media. I already had the main paper done, so then I just had to build up on top of it, and I liked how it all came together. And even though it was more of a pool or water theme, even adding the flowers and the butterflies and the hearts, I think it works. Thanks again for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And at the very end, I will have links to previous scrapbook layouts that I've done. And I hope you guys have a great Sunday.